All right, it is 4:25. It is July 26th. I'm a little late, just a bunch of earnings out and things moving around. So I'm just trying to maneuver a bit. This week has been like that. It's just, it's hard. I'm a trader first too. So when news comes out, things are trading. It's hard for me to do the morning call to recap on time. But anyway, let's get to it. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead. So the Fed is done, or not saying he's done raising rates. Fed day is out of the way. He made it perfectly clear that, yes, maybe September, he does another quarter if all of a sudden they have two CPIs and two jobs reports, and, do they come in too hot or not? So we shall see. But for now, let them, let status quo. And, this range is still tight. You look at the SPYs here, and, very, very tight. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. Couldn't get above this 457 and couldn't really get below this 453, and still just right in there. Not much, not a whole hell of a lot. I tried not to trade as much today, which helped. And we'll see what happens in the next day or two. There's another big economic report coming out Friday, so we'll see. Hey, Joey. Meta came out and friggin' took off and went to 325, and then went down to 300, and now it's trading right here at 312. A little crazy. It's got a nice wedge right now, though, if you're trading it. I'm in the recap. The spread needs me to post it, but see which way it goes. I lost a little bit of money by buying the 310s, and then I just shorted it in here, and I just don't have the wherewithal to stay with it. If you're trading it, you can use charts after hours also. It's got a bit of a wedge right here. So 310ish. There's a spot where there's a bunch of bids. So if it were to break that, maybe it goes back down to the downside. If it breaks above this, maybe it goes to the upside. So this is what I kind of do when I'm trading. If I focused on something. So here's your inside action right there. Oh, thanks. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. So anyway, that's a chart of Meta right there. And here it is right there. Line it all up, and kind of. Now let's see how it goes. Foodie shorted 314. I think 312. But anyway, so see how it goes in here. This is your after. This is your. You're allowed to trade after the print, and it's a lot faster and there's a lot less liquidity, so you have to be very careful in general. So what kind of worked, what didn't work. So basically, up there's let's see how this goes. If you press it through, trying to press it through. Ooh, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Anyway, I had to do the recap. So that's the SPYs. The Qs still, to me, feel vulnerable, but we'll see what happens from here. All it's done is pull 3% off the highs, and it's now making a little bit of a channel. But again, it's a bit contained below 380, above 374. There was a bit of a doji, so we'll see how it goes. It feels like the high beta tech names are kind of cooked though for a while. Like we're not going to be seeing new 2023 high trades again. What we're only going to see is range trades, and stuff like that. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever it is, however you like to do it. But what do I mean? Well, I mean, like Tesla has a big hole, and there's the Tesla hole. Today I made money actually buying it to go green, and then I just took it off. I did the same thing here. I actually took it into there. Some guys shorted. Now it's just, it's the high, here's the low, and it's range bound. Knick knack, paddywhack, play it for whatever it's worth. Netflix, the same thing. Are they making a lower low held to 50 days? So if you bought it here and sold it, with a day and a quarter move, you're able to try it again at the 50 day. What's the 50 day? The 50 day now is 415.59. That's where it hit today before coming off. 415 on what is that? 59. It's right here. Again, price discovery. Price discovery is what these things are going to be doing now. Microsoft, wound up coming a little bit off lows, but it too has a big hole in its chart. What does that mean? We'll see. looks like there must be some prints that aren't there because it definitely did not fill the entire gap. I don't think it went to 344. Maybe it did. Um, see how that goes. 344 to as low as what? Above the 50 day, which is 333. What's today? 333. This is now on. That's now we'll see. It's gone. 333 is your point of reference. This is down here, and then this is 50 day. So maybe get a trade off the 50 day. You know, trade's a trade, right? Google did a pretty good job holding its gap. See how it goes. Can it hold above this gap and go sideways and take that out? Could it be the only one hanging around? We'll see. Yeah, if Metaverse or Facebook should have named themselves AI, they would have done a lot better. Let's see where's still hovering on this 310. The pound in it though. Not quite breaking it yet. Spending on AI. If I talk about AI, AI looks pretty good. Still bringing, still going sideways. Nice little channel here. I bought some options just because I don't want to be in such a lot of crazy amounts of stock. I am heading to Florida tomorrow morning. I was supposed to go today, but I didn't want to go today because of the Fed and everything. So tomorrow morning I will be at my desk. It will not be the normal morning call. What do I have as it? So but this is what I'm in. Oops. So I'm in Boeing. Wow, what a great trade that was. Hopefully some of you guys made really good money on Boeing. We had the 225 by 235s that worked. That's working good. And I bought the stock, with the pro earnings gap type of strategy. Who said, with what happened with XPEV, I just figured I can go out a little bit further out and buy some Lucid just in case. I didn't really want to be in the stock, but anyway. So that's AI. AI looks pretty good. So XPEV is kind of what ignited a lot of these, little EVs. What a big move. Came off of there, but after a move, it was able to go higher. So that helped, what's it called? Rivian, which we've been focused on. Rivian's just trying to poke its head above here. You would think it could continue, but we'll see. There's still a lot of people short and they're still fighting this thing. They don't want it to let go because they don't want to have to cover. Um, I've been in some options and stock pretty much this entire time, and that was after this thing. So at this point, I'm trying to stay with it. I'm trying to stay with both as I leave. This matter couldn't hammer it through there. Now those guys are probably covering. Now you'll see this get back up there. Let's see what happened there. I'm not gonna save this. It is now. Back up to there. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go back here. I'll get rid of this. I didn't mean to do that. I'll get rid of this. I don't want that either. Just not my day today, I guess. So anyway, we're in Rivian. You can see right there. Also bought back some Lyft. Lyft looks like it closed on the highs, and it's if they didn't want to keep the IW in play, got back above this spot. How do I get rid of this? No. Anybody? No. I don't know what I did here. I don't have Mike. So anyway, I'm in lift. Let's put this back here. I think it's sticky. So IWM, Neo, which I'm a lot less. I sold my options also. You can see I sold a bunch of the options. Neo worked out really well. Google, I'm trying to stay with versus pro earnings gap. Same thing with Boeing. AI is looks like it's percolating. Then I have a bunch of leftover options. I'm trying to get some risk down a little bit as I'm going to be away from the desk. But again, I want to be out of everything. This will be this Boeing. How nice is that? That was the weekly chart besides the daily chart. We'll see. But I think, as far as mega cap tech, you have a high in there for a while, and I think the same for the Qs. Doesn't mean you can't trade a few things back and forth, but you just have to kind of do it with care. Maybe some of these highly shorted names, mid caps, small caps, could continue to act better to stay with, but the Teslas in the world and now the Microsofts of the world, and we'll see how Meta does tomorrow. See if there's anything worth staying with. An AMD is just a trade. I feel like it's kind of broken. Um, I tried it overnight and I got hurt. That was my biggest loss today. Nvidia seems like it needs time. No one's in a rush to buy high and sell higher. So we'll see how that continues and whether or not money will stay with the banks or the small caps, instead. I will try and get this up one more time. We'll see. Maybe if I go into Brandon's layout. Oh, Brandon's not here, but I can go into his layout. Let's see. So it's just my next bet. All right, so that's left. So, little pattern here. Maybe you can continue to the gap. AI again, sideways above the moving averages. That has some kind of confidence today. Maybe it gets over that. That would be good. Um, go back to the Qs. Qs have an inside channel. Save that. Here's your inside channel with the lower high. Does it go sideways and then take that out, or does it go sideways and do a big H sell setup? We shall see. Let's see that. Let me see the spies also. So I have it for tomorrow based on how we open. Oh, I don't know. What's today's low? Today's low is 453.58. Net is still playing here in that box. Wow, look at this fight. This fight between the Bulls and the Bears in this little channel here. Hopefully not buying here and then selling there. I've done that before. Anyway, IWM, thinking maybe this is a nice, you know, bull flag to continue above the 8 day. Is it a trap? I don't think so. The market has been that trappy, but if the market wants to correct, it's going to have to start trapping people. I am in some of this. Nice trade. Consolidating in front of this channel again. It's a nice setup. Somewhat long versus the 8 day. If it takes out this 197.66, then you have 199 and maybe 202. We'll see that. And listen, take it slow, take it as it comes. We'll still find some setups. We'll still look at this bone. Oh, this was the beautiful, you know, beautiful, beautiful. Doesn't get much more beautiful than that. Big option play and some stock. Stock made me good money today too. Hopefully, continues. 233.09. 233. Big pro gap. That's good. All right, listen, it's 4:40. It is July 26th. The Fed is behind us. Sometimes the day after is a little tricky. We'll see. Looks like, again, we're close to being done. They're going to be data dependent. It all depends. So that means, each time we have an economic report, whether it's a CPI or a jobs report or maybe the PCE, we have to be a little careful because it could be a binary event. Fed's raised rates, 500 basis points already, and the market is in this, and the economy is still hanging in there. So, sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's not. As of right now, try and stick with the trends, and when the trends change a little bit, you got to change a little bit. If you're a little early, you don't get caught. So I'm going to try and make sure we keep us a little early from not getting caught. Does that mean under trading? Could be a little bit, but we'll see. I'm not going to be in the morning. I'll be up and I'll tweet a little bit. Um, my flight is at 8:30. It doesn't land I don't think till 10. So I'm gonna have to put some stops in, put some offers out, all depending on how the morning looks. So we'll see. Hopefully you're doing well and didn't have a bad day today. I didn't have a bad day, but I didn't have a great day. So usually it's not a day for the traders anyway. It's a day to just kind of see what's happening and figure out what's next. And that's about that. All right, there you guys.